Hey guys, how you doing? Berserker98 here, again with another manga recommendation, and today I'm going to talk about the amazing horror manga called Uzumaki by Junji Ito. Now this manga is about a town called Kuruzo and the curse of the spiral that falls upon it. Now what is the curse of the spiral? The curse of the spiral is a series of incredibly horrible and disturbing and creepy events that happen to this town that take shape in a spiral. For example, weird spiral shapes appear in the clouds, like people themselves turn into spirals, weird animals that are shaped like spirals attack people, like people become obsessed with noticing spiral patterns in everything. And it's not really just noticing, the spiral patterns actually exist in the place and they manifest because of the spiral curse, and this obsession leads to the ruin of the people's lives and just all around bad shit that happens because of the spiral. Now first things first, now this manga is a horror manga. Now does it make you scared? No, not necessarily. But what this manga excels in is in making you uncomfortable, making you creepy. This manga, like very few others, just excels in just crawling under your skin and just making you feel horrible. This manga had some serious H.P. Lovecraft Cthulhu vibes. It really makes you feel the cosmic horror of the universe and how helpless these characters are. And all of this is shown with the incredible art style that Junji Ito is famous for. From the character designs, the creature designs, the landscape designs, the nature designs, everything is just amazing. It really sets on that tone and that creepiness. It's not necessarily astronomically correct, but it doesn't really need to be. It just needs to make you creepy, it needs to make you uncomfortable. And the art of this manga excels in that and then some. Moving on to the characters, and to be honest, this being a horror manga, the characters are not this series' strong points. Because a lot of the times, the characters commit some really stupid decisions, and you're just sitting there thinking really? Are you fucking retarded? And to be honest, I don't blame the mangaka for this, because again, it's a horror manga. You know when you're watching a horror movie, and you're like, hey, don't enter that door, you idiot, don't enter that door, you're gonna die. But he enters that door, but he has to enter that door, so the director will show you the gore and the violence that's associated with the horror movie. I mean, if half the characters in this manga had any sense, they would leave the town way before the thing that happens in the story that makes them unable to leave the town. So yeah, character-wise, you will be pissed off by their incredibly idiotic decisions. But there is an exception to this rule, and that's Suichi. In my opinion, the best character in this manga. His reactions are realistic, his ideas and solutions are realistic, and the grade of his psyche, starting from a normal, adjusted guy living in a small town to this, shell of his former self, is incredible. And yeah, Suichi is a great guy. Yeah, he just so happens to be in a town of fucking retards. But towards the end of the series, you can kinda excuse the idiotic decisions of the characters because of all the fucked up horrible shit they've been through. I mean, any other normal human being would have his psyche completely broken by then, so it makes a lot more sense. But this series is amazing, not because of the incredible characters or the incredible writing for that matter. It's because of the atmosphere. As you really feel the hopelessness and the cosmic horror the characters experience like it's first person. And another great thing about this manga is how it escalates its scale. First, it starts out very small with the curse of the spiral just being small hints here and there, not being sure as a reader if it's real or not, or just the hallucination of the crazy townspeople, just in the visual episodic stories. But towards the second and third volumes, it goes straight batshit insane, and you have no doubts in your mind that the curse of the spiral is real. From a guy putting himself in a barrel and completely destroying his spine to turn himself into a spiral because he's so obsessed with it, from a woman taking a knife and completely destroying her ear canal because it looks like a spiral. Just to name a few cases, because I don't want to spoil the story. And these two cases I mentioned are just in the first volume. So you can only imagine how the manga escalates from there. So I highly recommend reading this manga. You will get a feeling when reading it like no other. The atmosphere in this manga is unmatched. So yeah guys, that's it. That's the video. Like the video if you did. Subscribe for more videos.